on the Donna Smith Show. On the Donna Smith Show. And this is how we do it. And this is how we do it.
What the hell?
And this is how we do it. Going live. You guys have to excuse Mr. John Timothy Mims. He didn't say that, but he is in
Fisherman's Ward.
Oh, JJ says
we down by the grotto.
Yeah.
Down here by the Franciscan.
Yeah.
That's what's up. You know,
John is down by the Franciscan and he's still trying to come on live and tap with us. Nice to see you, John, at the Franciscan.
John on location.
And that's why I got my folks.
That's
folks
Tim.
here.
Thank you, Tim.
My Kenyan folks. They got Bridget right there.
Hey, what's up?
Got my boy, let me see, hiding back there.
What's up, everybody?
And my boy Jimmy.
Hey, grown folk talk, y'all. What's happening?
Come on, y'all get close real quick.
Thank you for peeking in, everybody.
So I let them know what time it is on the show.
Yes.
It's a grown folks show.
Yes, it is.
Some of them got some questions.
Oh, we got live.
Some questions.
So hey.
They got some questions?
Wait, hold on. Okay, here you go, right here. Say it here.
So I got a question for you guys. What's the secret for a long, successful marriage or relationship?
Oh, yeah, we're going to have to talk about that one. Yeah. What's the secret?
For a long, successful marriage or relationship.
Okay, we're going to get to that.
Talk to somebody that's got one of those.
That's my boy Ben. That's Ben.
Hey, you know what? Ben. We hold that up right quick. Let me start it. Thanks for joining the Donna Smith Show, Grown Folk Talk, Table Talk. We love having wonderful energy and people on every Sunday. We do this, you guys. Thank you to my panel. We got some, Tim is out here in San Francisco joining us with some of his folks in the background. So let's get it started. First off, I want to say that anything we talk about, anything we discuss, any questions that may be posed is not to offend anyone. This is what we do every week. We're just doing some grown folk talk. Yeah. Thank you for joining. And let's get our toast on right quick before we get started.
On the toast. I don't have no drink.
You don't have no toast?
No. But we toasted anyway.
Yeah.
You don't have no toast? You don't even have no water?
Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah, right here. You didn't see it?
There you go.
Where's that?
There you go.
Right
Where's your toast at?
Right here.
He got it in his hand.
Oh, snap.
It's in his hand.
I done knocked over my, oh, Lord.
You done knocked over your toes. Oh, Lord.
Oh, my goodness.
So I'm going to give them the link so they can join in and watch us live on YouTube.
Yeah, join in. We have to get started with our toast. I haven't forgotten your question, young man. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. I'm watching.
You watching?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, I just spilled all my stuff. Sorry, you guys. Let's get our toast. Let's toast to the host with the mostest. 1, 2, 3.
Toasted to the most.
Clank,
the hostess with the most.
Clank, clank.
Cheers.
And then I'm having a hard time here. I didn't waste it all. Oh Lord. Anyway. Thank you guys for joining this evening. We appreciate you. JJ will be here shortly. He has to go through a password reset or something like that. So we will be looking forward to him. Thank you for joining in. I wanted to, I did the disclaimer, you guys. Hey, we're here to have fun. Don't get twisted up in a knot if we're talking about something that just kind of, makes you feel some kind of way. But we're gonna go right into that young man's talk in a minute. but I just wanted to see if it was anything you guys want to share anything about your week. Was your week cool? Everybody good? You got anything to say? Anybody?
I had a cool week.
You had a cool week, Ben?
Oh yeah. Matter of fact, I was at the park yesterday with community and youth outreach, which was really cool. They was doing their thing, bringing some of the services and stuff to Verde Parker Park, which is about to get a few $1 million renovation. I think it's about 10 million. I think somewhere around there. If you Google it, Verde Parker in Oakland. But we was out there. They had the jump house. They had the brothers out there. They had some food. They had some food delivered and stuff for the community. They had vaccines out there, different other services out there. So it was cool. But yeah, doing our thing.
That was nice. That was
educating
nice.
The community.
A community effort, bringing people together, sharing information and thoughts, and
that's right.
A little bit of networking and stuff like that too, right?
That's right. Great
right
time.
on. Thanks for sharing that. Gareth, you cool? Everything was good with your week?
Yeah.
Okay. John, I see you doing big things. You out in the San Francisco. So you all right?
Yeah, we good. We straight.
And we'll hear from JJ when he gets in. So before we go on to our talking about some questions, you guys, I just wanted to see what you guys thought was on this Kanye West. You know, that's the big thing in the news, and you know, all this money and business he's losing.
So,
but Adidas being the big one right now, and all the others that's following, he's losing billions of dollars at this point. And also George Floyd's family is suing him for saying that he had died with a drug overdose. So the brother's in a lot of trouble. I just wanted to see what you guys' thoughts were on that. You know, my prayers out to this young man. I mean, I don't think apologies is going to help this situation. I think he's kind of dug himself into a deep hole here. What you guys think? Anybody with me?
I think he's going to I think he wanted to get out of his contract and he succeeded, you know. And
you think he wanted to get out of the Adidas contract?
He wanted to get out of all that stuff. He's tired of being on the plantation. He's tired of people treating him a certain way. He's got enough money to do anything. A couple of years ago, he couldn't make $1 to save his life. You know, all he could do was music industry. Now he's into a number of things. So people don't like you right now. So what? He's learned enough information and things to do in the last 10 years that he's always going to be able to generate his own income. He don't need that system like that anymore. So the people that's going to rock with him is going to be fine. But, you know, it's a sense of urgency. He said something that, in my opinion, was very true. You know, they're preaching death into our communities, and that's what they're green lighting. And when you say something is wrong with that situation, then they want to put you out the picture. You know, stop telling people that it's cool to be a drug addict. Stop telling people that it's cool to shoot your homies. Stop telling people that. That's why our communities is doing all the things they're doing now. I'm tired of seeing young brothers going and getting shot up and all that. I'm just sick of it in our community. We're not drug addicts. We're not dope heads. We're people that's trying to accomplish things, and we need to be respected in that manner.
Well, that's absolutely true. We all need to be respected in that manner. That's so true. And I mean, I don't know if I can go as far as saying he may purposely have done this, but he is a very outspoken brother. There's been some things said before that that wasn't really, you know, ignited like this. So, you know, it has people feeling some kind of way. Now, the George Floyd statement, I don't know where that came from. He did apologize for that, though. He did make an apology for that one coming out in that way. But I just kind of wanted to see what you guys thought about that, what your feelings were. And we just got to lift him up in prayer, because there's a lot of money being lost of course, and then with the lawsuit in itself, you know, that's going to be something else too. So Gareth, you all right with it? Kind of neutral? Nothing, yeah. John, you got anything to say on that? Or I know you're doing other things. You can't really elaborate too
No,
much.
I'm here. I just didn't really get off into it
Okay.
with that, but I'm
Okay.
listening.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's something we can revisit. Let's just take it one day at a time and see how it pans out. But it's not looking too good right now. So there was a young brother. I didn't get his name. John, you're in San Francisco. You're doing a event.
His name is Jimmy.
Billy?
Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy.
Jimmy Jam.
There's a Jimmy Jam that's in the house, y'all. Jimmy Jam. Is that really his name?
No, Jimmy is his name.
Oh, okay. Well, Jimmy is there, and what Jimmy posed at the beginning of the show, I don't know if I was on record yet, if you guys seen it, but the question he posed was, what's the secret on a long-term relationship? Did he say relationship or marriage?
Both.
Long-term. What's the secret of keeping a long-term relationship or marriage going? Now, Ben had. I'm sorry, John. I mean, Tim.
A happy, long-lasting
relationship or marriage. Now, when Ben chimed in, Ben was pretty much, it would take speaking to someone who has actually been successful with that. Yeah, now, I do believe that, and when it comes to most situations, that, the best advice is from those who have walked that walk and talked that talk and have been down that road. However, what works for Sally and Jim may not work for, Harry and Shaniqua, let's just say. Okay. Mm-hmm. So it's unique to each situation. Hey, JJ, we're talking about what's the secret on a long-term marriage or relationship. All right, baby, there you go. Yeah, that's why you couldn't log in, because you was messing with that Parmesan. But I think that, me personally, I'll start this off with saying that, it definitely is a unique individual thing. What may work for one couple may not work for the next. However, one of the key things I would say is communication. You need to communicate. You need to have trust. You need to have a connection with one another that is spiritual, that is heartfelt, that is loyal, and that you have to have time to spend that intimate quality time with one another. So that may work for your union, but for the next couple, they don't spend no time together, and they could be happy as a lark because she doing something else, he doing something else, and they stay together for 50 years. But that's what works for them. But in reality, that comes crashing at some point too. So I believe it's an individual thing. Make sure you have your foundation and basis, and don't allow people to get tangled up into your business that definitely has not walked that walk before. Because some people have single friends, single girlfriends, single dude friends, and they sit up and have these talks with their single partners or whatever that ain't been in a relationship.
I never turn the heater on.
And they don't know nothing about no relationship. So
I got a question.
How can you get advice from somebody that don't know?
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the question is, because relationships, people change as time changes. So the relationship that you started out with is not going to be the relationship that you have currently. Like, people get different knowledge, they get different information, they do things different. So I don't know. What do you think about that? How do you adjust when things start changing? Because they're going to change. Somebody
you
gets
mean
a new
when
job.
when people evolve and change as the relationship grows, you're saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, you're as you get older, and
So
you
that
go through
cold
more
is strong.
trials with one
So
another, I
cold.
would say that yes, change is going to come about in your union, but it's how you grow together in a union. That's why your foundation has to be solid. You have to have the basic fundamentals in place to be able to roll with those changes as people change, as situations occur, as things happen that you may not even have foreseen to happen. Perhaps somebody gets sick. Perhaps somebody loses their job. Perhaps you get caught cheating. I mean, there's things that can happen that you never really foresaw, that you may act and react differently now, being 40 years old, than what you probably would have did at 25 years old. Okay. So I think we need to embrace and accept the changes of, one another. Like some people will say, as time go on, you can possibly outgrow the person that you're with. Now, I think uniquely, individually, you would have to explain that. How are you outgrowing your partner? Did you love them or do you not love them to the point that you roll with them through everything? So how did you outgrow one another? How did you disconnect? What are some of the things that made you connect when you first got together?
I think people.
Go ahead, my
Oh,
brother.
go ahead, Ben. No, go ahead, Ben.
No, all I was saying, it changes because if you're working on a regular basis to become a better you, if you're working all your life to get to a better position or be a better communicator or a better analyzer, things of that nature, and this person is just clowning around, running the street, playing, every time you talk to them, they at the club or things that, and you're in a relationship with them for a long term, you are outgrown because you've been serious about your life and they've been having fun with their life. So if you've done all this serious work and you've tried to bring them along, and every time you try to bring them along, they say, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this. Yeah, you can outgrow people in a matter, you can do that in a matter of years. You're like, this person, everything they doing is just, is they trying to have a good time all the time. I can't do that anymore because I'm trying to be serious about the things that I'm doing.
So that's where one of the main things is, that's where your foundation has to be set, where you're both on the same page. And maybe Gareth can really relate to that more so because he's a married young man. I'm sorry, you guys, I got some heartburn coming on, so I'll keep moving around a little bit. He's a married young man and have been for quite a while. So, when your foundation is weak and you're not on the same page and zone from the beginning, I'm quite sure you knew ahead of time that this person liked to party and have fun, and you didn't really like to do that much. You were more about business. So I think some people go into things in hopes of, or with the perception of, I can change this person. I can get them to do it the way I do it, or like it the way I like it. And that's not always true. Go ahead on, Gareth.
A lot of people get married for the wrong reason.
People get together for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
This is true. And they do. And that's where, the red flags, the picking and choosing, the commonalities, what we have in common, all those things are important to discern in the beginning. Hey, lady, you have to discern this in the beginning. You guys, I'm sorry, I drank some bubbly stuff and it got me kind of feeling kind of bubbly.
Okay, when you mentioned about discernment in the beginning,
One person at a time. What you say, John?
Oh no, Garrett was saying. Garrett was saying.
What you say, Garrett?
Nothing.
Okay, nothing yet. Okay.
Okay, so what I was saying is, you said you mentioned about we should have some discernment in the beginning, right?
Mhm.
Well, the thing is, if we know something, if so, like you said, one person might like to party a lot and you may not. What discernment should I have? Because if I know that they like to party, the only thing left is the decision. Do I still get with the person or do I not? Now, if I make the decision to get with the person, like you said, don't come in with the expectations of trying to change somebody or hoping they'll change. Because if you want them to change from what they were already, then you should not have chosen them.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? So I think if I'm with somebody, or let's just say two people with each other, you meet people and you go to be with that person for who that person is. This is when we go back to about how certain relationships start on something else, no foundation, because the foundation can only be established by y'all knowing each other. So if the person is doing something you no longer like, you or you hoping they want to do it, then you got the wrong person. Or that person got the wrong person.
Somebody got the wrong person.
You might be the wrong one.
Unless a person decides to change in midstream. Some people try to change in midstream. They started off being one way, and then 2 years later, they're this whole different beast. And you're like, what? Who are you? And then you have to do some discernments of some, come to the realization of, do I want to continue to deal with this person that they are? What has changed to make this, come about? And that's why communication is so important. So the question that Jimmy was raising is, what's the secret on long relationship? You have to have the key fundamentals, Jimmy, in order to have your own personal secret. Your secret may be different from someone else. It's what works for you and your partner. And that is doing things to come together in the beginning to establish, to build a firm foundation that works for the both of you guys. Not like what Ben is saying, this person likes to do that and I'm about this, but you still come together for whatever the reasons are. Some people come together for money. Some people come together for the clap, and for those who don't know what the clap is, it's the clap. Okay. So some come together for that clap. And these are all wrong reasons to be trying to come together. So when the going gets tough and you need that trust, you need that communication, you need that loyalty, you need that commitment, you need the solid identifiers to help your foundation, build in a strong way. You're not going to have that. So it's going to crumble. So the secret is an individual thing based on the two that have come together. JJ, what's your opinion on that? What do you think? You have a difference of opinion, or you feel that your audio is can't hear you? I think JJ is having some technical difficulties this evening, but he's working on it. Okay, we here, we ain't going nowhere. So, just like some may ask, well, and I did a video on this too, for those who are just chiming in, I do talk videos on YouTube, Donna Smith, AKA Lady D. I do videos talking about everything, day-to-day life, relationships, love, bad kids, everything. Okay, everything. And then on Sunday, this is what we do as a panel. We do a grown folk table talk show where all opinions is warranted. And if you are viewing this show on YouTube Live, please comment, and I'll get back with you timely. We'd love to hear what you have to say. But there's some who will also say, what was the thought I had? That
can you hear me?
for the wrong reasons per se. But you know, some will say, well, you know,
Yeah, it
I'm
sound
just
like you in the wind tunnel. Sound like you're in the
no,
wind
no.
tunnel.
You talking about me?
Some will ask, how do you know that they are the one? I have a video on that
Yeah.
too. How do you know that this person is the one? How do you know that I found the one? And no one can really tell you that.
Yeah, you ain't lying. They sure can't.
No one can really tell you that. It's a
You have no
personal
idea.
thing, and it's a feeling and a connection that you have with that person that goes beyond words. And my grandmother had told me years ago, honey, you will just know it. I can't, nobody can explain it. Nobody can give you a roadmap, blueprint, nothing. You will know it when you have that heartfelt connection with someone, and they could possibly or will be the one. Okay. So the secret, Jimmy, is get
Is
your
there really a one,
foundation
or is
solid.
there the one for you? Can you create the one? Can you and the one together create the one? Because you know, it's certain people, if they're willing to move and dodge with you, and they're in it just like you in it, and they're willing to figure out things like you willing to figure out things. Don't you think you can create something with that?
It's one thing to be willing to figure out things and work together as a unit. That's one thing. But to come into something with trying to fix, perfect, or change someone is a bad focus and a bad thing to do, because usually you're gonna slam dunk, you're gonna strike out each time. You have to be able to accept people for who and what they are, and who and how, why and how they are even in your circle of life, of love, or whatever. What kind of connection do you have? What are they in this for? How do they feel about you? What do they want with you? Can you accept them for who they are? Can they accept you for who you are? Period. What you got to say about that, Ben? Benjamin?
I don't know. I don't know if you can accept the person just for who they are. I mean, I don't know, Donna. My opinion is that a person that has the right mentality can be your match, but you have to want to let them to be your match. I don't think you can say, oh, this person is my person, and they just they're not doing what you deem necessary. You things have to fit. You have to be comfortable enough with somebody to be like, I can tolerate this, and we good. As opposed to, I'm looking for you to be perfect. There is no such thing as a perfect person. It's impossible to be that. Jesus wasn't even perfect.
There's no Jesus, God, Jesus, yes. They are perfect.
Be careful. Be
careful with that one.
No, what you mean? Jesus, when he was on earth, he wasn't perfect. He knew he wasn't perfect. He even said in the scripture, I'm an imperfect man.
No. I'm sorry. No. The reason, let me go clear if we're going to use that. The reason he was the atonement, the ultimate sacrifice, is because he was without. That's the only reason. If he was not without, then he would have been imperfect, and he wouldn't have been the one to be able to be the ultimate sacrifice. We have to understand about perfection. I should be able to find the person, not the perfect person, but the perfect person for me. And that's when the problem is,
the perfect person for you. That's the key word.
Yeah. The way we can accept a person fully for who they is, this is when we're willing to invest the time to learn about the person, learn the things that's what's going on with them. You may, when they share, hey, I don't feel good, this is going, you need to be attentive to that. Do you need anything? Can I help you? These are the things. And when you start to learn and willing to take their time and invest, that person becomes not only the perfect person, but you come to know them as well as they come to know you. And when that happens, now you come into acceptance of the person in fullness. We have issues because we go, I didn't know nothing about that. Yeah, you didn't know nothing about it. You can't talk about nothing when you're too busy clapping, right? Because relationships are started on clap. People end up in I think I shared that before. You laid down when it was laid down with a woman and woke up in a relationship.
That's right.
You see? And that's how a lot of folks, and then they wonder, oh, this person, this person, this. And then they sit up there, oh, why you didn't give me nothing? I like too. Oh, I don't learn nothing. So we feel like the person even, and sometimes the
Your
person
bandwidth is
right,
chopping up. We're trying to stay with you, Tim, but you breaking
say
up.
what?
You breaking up.
Y'all can't hear me?
You chopping up.
You can't hear me? I can hear you just fine.
No, now you can while you're sitting still, but when you was driving, you was breaking up.
Okay. Lost my thought. Messing with the Donna. The thing, when we go to figure out the thing, what I was saying, sometimes we make a mistake and don't realize that that is the perfect person for us. And the reason we don't realize because we never took the time to learn or know that person.
That's right. So what Ben's point is he's trying to make, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, is he says no one is perfect here. So people are looking for the perfect person. I wouldn't agree that they're looking for the perfect person. You're looking like John had identified, Tim had identified, you're looking for the right person for you. And you are in acceptance for who they are as a person and not trying to go into something changing them. And Ben probably is not hearing me because he's having a little situation right now. But so, that's the thing. You're looking for the right person for you. You don't go into it. Hey, young man, you don't go into it, Ben. Ben, are you with us or should I move on? You with us?
I'm with you. I'm listening, but
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to hear what's going on.
So you get the fact that you look for the right person that's for you, and you don't go into something with the idea or the mindset of trying to make or change anyone.
No, I don't want to make it change you, but what I'm saying is, in my opinion, like I said, nobody's perfect. But what I'm saying is, if you get with somebody that's willing to be doing certain things, that's working towards a goal with you on a regular basis, I don't see how you cannot be in a relationship with that person. If that person is attentive to you, that's paying attention to what's going on with you, that's willing, when you say something like, oh, I don't like that, they just don't do that anymore. When you say, let's go do some stuff, let's have some fun, they're like, yeah, let's go do that. And they're trying to work with you, you trying to work with them. How can you say we can't be in a relationship? It makes no sense. That's what I'm saying. It don't have to be perfection.
Well, it seems like if the opposition is strong like that, it should have been strong like that in the beginning. And these are things that people should identify once you are trying to connect with someone from the beginning. You're trying to connect with someone that is right for you. So if they're always in opposition of things that you like or want to do or what have you, they may not be the right one for you.
Yeah, but a lot of times you don't figure that out until it's too late. You don't figure that out until you done moved in with them. Y'all been together for a couple of years, and you just they did a few things in the beginning, and then now you saying every time you want to do something, it's a war. Every time you want to do, and then you like, oh man, I spent 2.5 years with this person, 3 years with this person. I don't want to start all over again. I don't want to be, and that's what a lot of people do. Like, I don't want to be alone again. I don't want to go through this foolishness again, man. And then they just stick around. Sometimes they stick around for the rest of their life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's when people get in situations that they end up settling. They end up settling for the wrong reasons, and they become very unhappy and bitter in that situation because it's not feeding them the right type of positive energy and food. And before you know it, your life has passed you by. So with that being said, yeah, set your foundation straight, focus on the right one for you, and then you will have your secret to success with the right one, Jimmy, the right one. And that's what it's all about, finding that right one. So let's move on with our inquiring minds want to know question. I believe JJ had some problems with his, this is his favorite part of the show here, but I think he had some some issues with his internet, and he's going to catch us the next show from what I just got a message of. But let's go here with the inquiring minds want to know question of the evening. Thank you, Jimmy, for that thought-provoking question that led to a lot of other branches of conversation in regards to that. That's appreciated. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, young man. Do it in the right way, with the right connection and the right person, and it'll all work out. Build your foundation, make it solid with the right person. Okay. All right. So inquiring minds want to know. My husband and I split up about a year ago and are planning to get divorced. He has had several girlfriends, and now he has moved in with a woman and her child. He posts pictures of them together all over his Facebook page. I have not yet accepted the situation and not told most people, but they know everything based on his Facebook page. I am humiliated and have been led to something to disregard.
Can you read that? Can you read that again, please? I'm trying to hear that one part. You said something about his, what is it? I don't get that. Can you read that again? You said something about his, yeah, go ahead.
My husband and I split up almost 1 year ago and are planning to get a divorce. He has had several girlfriends, and now he has moved in with a woman and her child. He posts pictures of them together all over his Facebook page. I have not yet accepted the situation and not told most people, but they know everything based on his Facebook page. I am humiliated and have been led to disregard this. I told him to stop and have confronted the girl. I was told by them both to get a life and that he can do as he pleases now that we are not together. My ex told me to stop snooping and to get me some business. He has unfriended me, but have not blocked me. I and friends see it all. Can I put in a complaint or should I leave this alone? Can he be told to stop harassing me? Now, my question is this considered harassment?
Yeah.
Is what considered harassment?
I got confused up in there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was a wordy.
Y'all not paying attention, and I didn't read
Yeah.
it twice,
I'm
so I'm having a
I'm
problem with
paying
this.
attention. I'm paying attention.
What did you get confused
Okay.
with?
She talking about the person didn't block her. She's still friends. She confronted this other person. They told her to get a life and all this other stuff. When is she? I don't see what. I don't know.
She's saying that she don't put her business out there like that. Apparently, he has put his business, their business, the breakup, the new girl, the situation,
How's it their business?
On his social media page.
How's that his business? They business. He got a new girlfriend. He done moved.
Well, he's acknowledged that he's no longer with her no more, so she's taking it personal.
But that's the whole point of a breakup. That's the whole point of getting a divorce. I'm not with you no more.
Well, that's what he and the new girl is saying. Pretty much, you need to get a life. He's unfriended her, but he has not blocked her. So she can still see his posts, which means she's still snooping on his page. So is she going out looking for this slap upside the head, or is he harassing her?
You know she looking for it. Go ahead, Tim. I know you got some heat for the heat rock.
She needs to get a life. Move on. I don't know. The whole letter, move on.
She needs to get a life?
Move
Gareth,
on.
You think she needs to get a life and let it go?
Yeah.
So really, when you look at grounds of her using such a strong statement as, can he be told to stop harassing me?
But what
is he really harassing her?
What is the harassment? I don't get it.
That's what I'm not. That's where I'm kind of lost with this. Why is it harassment?
No, she's tweaking because Facebook has announced he got a new boo. And
we ain't trying to make fun. Stop it.
Everybody gonna know.
We ain't trying to make fun, but
that's not funny. This is funny. Facebook has announced that she got a new boo. You don't want to be with this is in line with the question we had at the beginning of the night. You don't you marry somebody, you're not in line with them, and now you want to check them and chastise them because they moved on because you said we're getting a divorce. You've already told this man, I don't want you no more. It's been over a year, and now he going to get somebody else. Now you feel disrespected because he got pictures with the one that he went. Like, I might have found my person, but I'm supposed to protect you by hiding this stuff until you get what you want.
I'm pretty sure he got pictures, and for some reason, he probably have announced. Maybe she seems very hurt with him announcing the fact that they're no longer together. Or just announcing that he has a new boo, so everybody know they no longer together.
So what, they supposed to have a cocktail party? He's supposed to have a cocktail party with her, hold her hand, raise the hand, like, oh, we're getting a divorce, everybody. What?
Well, she wants to know, should she leave it alone, or is this a form of harassment?
It's been a year. It's been a year. Put it this way. Here's my question to her. Has she been clapping in the meantime? Hello.
Well, she sound. I mean, I don't know because she hasn't disclosed that. But
she worried about his clap. She worried about his clapping. Has she been clapping?
Apparently not, because usually if a person has moved on and is clapping with someone else that they're into, they don't really have the time or focus to be worrying about what you doing. It don't even matter.
That's not true. That's not true, Donna.
It don't matter no more.
That's not true.
I mean, they may have some type of a thought of especially if they were the reason to break up, but they not gonna be stalking and tripping on who you with and all that if they with somebody they into.
Yeah, yes, they do.
Well, who would they do that at?
They do it because there's folks on them things they be talking. They say, yeah, she up here or he up here, you know, on Facebook or Instagram, whatever, dealing all in his ex's or her ex's new relationship and everything when they got a relationship of their own and all. Some people don't let go, just like her. She just ain't moved on and let go. But it's been a year. Ask her if she been clapping in that year. And she's still asking this question. She ain't moved on.
But sometimes you can clap, John, and Tim, and that's all it is just clapping. She may have gotten rid of her frustrations with someone, but that don't mean she's into them.
But the thing is, there's a divorce, there's a separation. You guys are no longer together, right? No longer together. So why is this even a part of your life? Why have you arranged time?
I think because she's embarrassed that people is coming back.
They don't even have kids. They don't even have kids together. She said about my kid, I gotta do. They don't even have kids together. What is she complaining about?
But even if they have kids together, that don't make it right or wrong.
Man, no, the thing is this. I don't care if she's embarrassed or whatever. If she's embarrassed, that's personal. That's a personal problem. She needs to let them go.
Perhaps they used to be really private about their stuff. And now that he's with someone else, the reality is he must really like this person if he's putting his business out like that. And she's having a hard time accepting that because she still cares about him.
No, this is the problem. He doing something with somebody else that he didn't do with her. She's going to do the same thing. She's going to do something with somebody else that she didn't do with him. Matter of fact, she probably already did something before then, before what she did with Stop It. Yeah, he's announcing it. He didn't announce it when he was with you. Oh, well. It probably wasn't the thing at the time. Matter of fact, send him a message and tell him, I said, put it on Instagram and Twitter and actually do a TikTok.
So it's definitely not harassment.
No, how is that harassment?
That's what she's asking.
I'm announcing that I'm with somebody. So I don't know
to what degree he's announcing things. Is he slandering her? Is he saying, yeah, the last person I was with, such and such and such a, we don't know all that.
I'm gonna tell you harassment. Banging on my door, telling me to turn my TV down when my TV not on, and you keep on doing it. You keep on doing it. Then you tell me my grass needs to be cut a quarter inch more, and whatever. You know, you're harassing me. But Donna, this is her advice to her. It's not a harassment. Move on with your life.
Okay, move on with your life is not harassment. Anybody else got anything to say to this young lady?
Make sure she posts her new boo too.
Oh, post your new boo.
She ain't gotta post her new boo. Just move, dude. You don't have kids with the guy. You've told him, or he's told you, this is over. And then you said, and she said something that was profound. You guys must have missed that part. She said he's already blocked me. No, he unfriended me,
but he hasn't blocked me.
So if he's unfriended you, that really means going about your business. You shouldn't even be still looking at what he's doing. but yet you're still at the window trying to look in to see what's happening.
Because she's not blocked, so she can still see his pictures and his
Man,
everything.
spend your time finding your person. Why are you spending your time watching him with his new person when you need to be spending your energy and your time finding your person?
That's
Stop
right.
it.
That's right. Well, I hope we've given this young lady some information that will help her. No, I would have to agree. No, I wouldn't say it's harassment. He's not dropping stuff on your page, coming to your inbox, you know, trying to blast you on your page in front of everybody. He's on his own personal page, which he has a right to post what he wants. You are peeking in on his page, trying to see what he's doing, and other people are telling you stuff, which is probably an ego buster, and it is messing with your emotions. But it's time to move on. Unless you guys have determined that you're going to rectify your marriage and get back together and make it work, it's obvious that he's moved on. So, young lady, it's time for you to move on too. Leave it alone. That's my advice to you. Okay, we good. We can move on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys, some people do name calling in the bedroom. They call all kinds of names: ratchet, hatchet, batchet, matchet. They call you all kinds of stuff. What name calling is permissible in the bedroom, would you say?
In the bed, wait.
What name calling is permissible in the bedroom, you would say? So, as far as you're concerned, what name calling would you tolerate if she wanted to call you a
That exit, you see the exit don't let you off? I don't know.
Y'all playing tonight. Y'all playing tonight. Quit playing.
Who playing? What are you talking about?
What names is okay for you to be called in the bedroom?
Call me daddy.
What you mean? If it's in the bedroom, that's your business.
Daddy
This is a table talk. This is everybody business.
Is permissible.
Call me
Gareth, what they call you, Big Daddy?
Big Daddy.
He say, call him Big Daddy. Yes, Big Daddy.
Yeah.
That's right, Big Papa. I like it when you call me Big Papa.
Oh, here, Daddy Tim. Come here with that.
I like it when you call me Big Papa.
I like it when you.
So he say, Big Daddy. Okay.
Daddy.
Ben, what names do you like to be? What names are okay for you to be called in the bedroom? Is the sky the limit?
Yeah, you said Ben?
Yes. Oh, you like to just be called Ben?
I don't know what I like to be called. It depends on the situation. If I'm not offended, I'll be like, oh, okay.
So she needs to just test the waters and see if you gonna smack her or something, or is it something that you tell her beforehand? Never call me that. Don't call me that. You can call me anything, but don't call me that.
But you don't know beforehand.
That's usually the end of the line. Ain't that a conversation you have at the post game? Because if you say it in the middle of the game is over.
I mean, they got it like Tim says. How do you know? Until they do it, right? But some women will know right off, like, I don't like to be called the B word. So there's some men who like to call you the B word. I don't know. It's a sense of empowerment or something. I don't know. But a woman may let it be known right off. I don't like to be called that. So don't ever call me that. But what name is permissible? What can she call you that is okay? Gareth said his name and Big Daddy, right? Big Daddy. Tim said, Tim, did you say Big Daddy too?
I just was saying like daddy, you know, you tell them. I mean, certain things is permissible that people call you.
So it's okay to say daddy?
Daddy, bald head, whatever you know. But you don't call nobody. Don't call me like, yeah, I think we're being said, don't call me nowhere.
Ben didn't say.
Oh, I thought he said don't call him something.
Yeah, I ain't said. I don't have no preference, bro. I don't know what to say. Don't call me. They put some shit together, and you be like, wow, okay. Because you know, like a man, I think if they saying a whole bunch of stuff like that, you kind of like, ooh man, I didn't hit that spot. So you kind of want them to keep them words played going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's an individual thing. Some people like to be cussed out. They like to be called all these ratchet names. Some, you know, it just depends on your, you know, you and your person you with, you know. If somebody comes straight out and call you some really bad street names, some may get offended by that. So
what if you in a relationship with a non-black person, they call you the N-word?
In the bedroom?
Yeah, sexually, yeah.
How do you call me that sexually?
I don't think, I mean, I think that would be something that's not permissible. I don't think you should be calling each other race words when you're being aroused in that kind of way. I mean, why would race have anything to do with it? I don't think that would be appropriate.
What do you mean? People say it all the time. You know they be saying when they get ooh, N-word, ooh, N-word, ooh.
I mean, but that's
N-word.
two of the same race maybe saying that. But if you're not of the same race, to call somebody their race in the middle of that, I think that's doing a bit much. That's doing a bit much, y'all. But to each his own. I just wanted to kind of know what was permissible to you guys. Big Daddy seems to be the top of the list here. And Daddy.
Well, Daddy,
Ben.
you gotta call me Big Daddy. I'm trying to lose weight. Don't call me Big Daddy.
Oh yeah, because some will get a little offended by that. You calling them Chunky Chip or Chocolate Chunky or Chunky Monkey or, you know, a ball balloon. You calling them something that has to do, you know, like some men may call a woman thunder thighs or thunder butt or something like that. If she is having issues about her weight, that's going to be offensive.
Mm-hmm.
Or a guy who has a big old belly or something, and you calling him, you know, big juicy, big fine, something like that. He gonna be like, you know, why I gotta be all that?
Don't call no man big juicy. Please don't
big juicy.
Don't call no man big juicy.
If you call a man big juicy, I mean, he'll be able to handle it. She may have her reasons for calling him big juicy. Quit playing. So moving right along, y'all. You guys know we have a lot of rap stars out here, and some of them are getting, you know, they're getting up there in age and stuff. Is there how old is too old to rap, do you think? When should you lay down the rap hat to come out of the rap game? When should that be over? Because, you know, we got some rapping in their 50s and trying to even rap in their 60s, some of them. So what is too old, or is it an age on it? I mean, as long as they can spit it and do it and got the talent to vibe with it, it should be okay, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Garrett says yes. He think it should be
some of them make their money that way.
I mean, look at
yeah. You still rap, Garrett?
Nah.
He say not now, huh?
What you say, Tim? You think it's an age limit?
I mean, if that's how they making their money and they making money, because look at remember Granny,
Remember who?
rapping Granny. She
Rapping
had to
Rant?
make her money. Yeah, rapping Granny was rapping. It's called rapping Granny. You got. I mean, if that's how you make your money, that's how you make your money. You better run in.
Oh, rapping Granny.
You think the message changed? Does they change the message when they get a little older?
Yeah. Yeah. What you think? What you think, Ben? I think Tim has made his.
I don't know. You know, it's a lot of
destination.
people that have, you know, just like R&B, you know, or singing. There's no age to it. You know, some
Right.
people, you know, just like look at Luther Vandross. Luther Vandross was a backup singer till he got kicked out the nest. He was about 40 at the time. You know, late 30s or whatever. And I think it was Roberta Flack. He was her backup. So he's like, dude, you got to go out here. You can't be back here no more. So I don't think age has, you know, we haven't seen too many guys. You're not going to change the culture. I don't think, you know, 50. You're not going to be the one that's going to be, you know, like Lil Baby or like what's young NBA or whatever. You know, that young dude right now, he changing the game. I don't think this dude's gonna be able to change the game. So, you know, at 50, you might be able to make some money, but you ain't gonna be Lil Russell. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I don't think it should be an age barrier. I say do you till you drop, and whatever you're doing. I power to it. Rapping, rhyming, poetry, singing, whatever it is that you are blessed to have that talent in, do it. Do it till you can't do it no more. That's what I say. Let's see, what time is it, you guys? Let's get one more question here, right here. Tim is holding up the phone, talking something. I don't know what he doing, but okay, so you know, I don't know, I might have talked about this one before, but I want to talk about that backdoor policy. You know, and this is grown folk topic, you guys. We're not trying to offend anyone, but this is what we do sometimes. We go there with the backdoor policy talk. Yes.
With the backdoor policy.
The backdoor policy, you guys.
I'm dying to hear what this is. Or am I really dying to hear what this is?
Backdoor policy, Tim. Okay, some men are intrigued by entering into a woman's rear door. Some say that it's intimate, feels like no other, and if their woman loves him, she would bend, poke, and surrender. What's your thoughts on this sensitive grown folk topic? She would poke.
It's sensitive for the grown folks.
She would bend, poke, and surrender.
It's sensitive for the grown folks, but it's not sensitive for the youngsters. Because the youngsters all is making it happen.
You think you think the youngsters know about that more so than the grown folks?
Dude, they put it in there and pull it out and slurpy.
You know, Ben, you doing you doing way too much.
How am I doing way too much? I said slurpy.
You said the young generation is slurpy. Now
they put it in there.
There's mature older men
and
too.
Take it out
really,
and slurpy.
There's older mature men that's into that type of thing too, and there's women that's into that too.
Oh, you mean like the LBGTQ or whatever?
There's straight women who like that. They like to be
done like
yes,
that. You mean?
yes.
Yeah.
By their man. By their man.
Oh, I didn't say they wasn't heterosexual. I just said the younger generation is more comfortable. It's older generation that's comfortable with that as well, but it's not as plentiful.
Oh, so you say the younger generations is more into anything goes, and so
well, no, they're just more comfortable with letting you have whatever. There's nothing they're gonna say, oh, okay, you can't have this.
So do you feel as though Gareth, Ben, and Tim, when you get a chance, do you feel as though it's an expression of how much they love you? Do a person have to really be in love with you to allow that type of thing to occur?
No.
It doesn't have to be about love.
No.
Okay. It's just a personal thing that need, want, desire that a person expresses, and it don't have to be. So if a man says, well, if she truly loved me, she would allow me to do that.
No. That's how you heard them.
That's how you heard them?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, Ben, you think it's about an expression of love?
It can be, or they just see you're teeter-tottering with some things. This question is a teeter-totter.
It says there's a sentence here that
says,
excuse me, there's a sentence that says, some say it's intimate, feels like no other, and if their woman loved them, she would bend, poke, and surrender.
That's right. Yeah, but it's yeah. I mean, I don't know if you would call that a sentiment of ultimate love, but it's very unique. Let's put it like that. It's a very unique situation. It's usually depending on the person and how many times, they let somebody go back there. Depends on how, the stringency, the grip is. So I don't know.
I mean, if it's something that a person has communicated that they're totally into, then that's just a part of their thing. They like doing that. Whether it's love or not, it could be just the act of the clap. And that's one of the things they enjoy. But yes, Gareth.
They have a man,
The doggy dog.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, wait, say that again. Ben, help me. Tim, help me out with what Gareth is saying. Say it again, Gareth. Donkey donk.
Yeah.
Donkey donk.
Yeah.
So if she has a big
some men want it. Well, some men want to do it because the girl got a big old donkey donk. Yeah, so they want to, because of the size, they want to do it that route. But I wanted to refer back to when you said, the person said, so we gave it away, we got it as a guy, because he said, if she really loves me, we have to be careful. You can't measure a person's love based on your wants.
No.
Wants does not, you can't base a person's love, say, well, if you love me, you're going to do what I want. Well, if you love that person, you're going to respect if they feel they're not comfortable with that. See, so it's not no one-way street. Steve.
Right. That's extremely true. It's not about wants. It's being respectful to what a person, is requesting, whether they want that or not want that. Sometimes people request certain things that you're not even comfortable following through with.
That's right. But you asked. There's nothing wrong
they
with
may
asking.
ask you. That's like we had a subject last week about being yanked and pulled and slapped and all that stuff. Well, if you're not comfortable in giving that, then they shouldn't pressure you about doing it. Period. But yeah. So, man, I don't know. Unless y'all got something else juicy you want to throw on the table, open it up, talk about something. I kind of am done with what I have to talk about today because it's been some interesting stuff. But
okay, I got a question that
y'all got a question. Let's open forum.
I got a question that was gave to me. If you're in a relationship with someone, right? But you guys don't talk to each other for maybe a long period of time. You may not talk to that person for 2 weeks, sometimes a month, sometimes a week, few days. You know, sometimes you call, you text, and you don't get no response, not even a day later or days later. How do you handle that? And would you consider that? Do you consider that type of relationship?
You guys, but what degree or level are you? Are you just friends?
No, I said they're in the relationship. Let's say they're boyfriend and girlfriend. They are boyfriend and girlfriend. But the problem is they don't see each other. It started out, but now they don't see each other as much. They don't talk as much or anything. How would you define that relationship? And what would you say? I forgot the rest.
Did it start off being different?
It started off with a lot of communication.
Okay.
And now it's hardly none at all.
If things has changed,
I can't remember.
I
can't remember the rest of it, but
I
can't remember. It was something else about the communication. I forgot what else they said, but just leave it with that part with us.
Okay, so if the communication has changed, you're in a relationship. First of all, what is that? What kind of relationship is that? Is that an open relationship? I don't know of many successful relationships where you just kind of drop the ball with communication and getting back with each other and, calling and checking on them or whatever. I mean, I don't know to what degree they end up getting together or check on each other or answer they call, but it's going to raise an eyebrow. If that's what you used to do and you all of a sudden ain't doing it no more, then we need to talk. Houston, we got a problem. Because something has changed your whole vibe and how you communicate to me. And I'm not a priority anymore to make you want to, prioritize my needs, wants, and desires. Whether I'm calling you, I could really need something. I could just really need to hear you. I may need you to do something for me. I mean, it could be something personal I'm dealing with. I could just maybe want to see you. Whatever the situation is, why is it taking you a minute or two or three to get back with me when you used to be jolly on the money with doing so? Something else got your attention? Or are you doing things?
Into an argument this week.
I mean, what's going on?
Maybe it's a beef this week, but you saying it's chronic.
There were no arguments.
It's chronic. So you saying it's chronic where it's just a flip of the switch, and now they never live with it. Are they living in the same city, the same state?
No, they don't live in the same area, but they're not far from each other. The fact is, the fact is they don't talk like they used to, period. You know, and also one of the questions was the person was saying, well, I haven't talked to them in a while, but then all these other dudes walking around me, and I'm kind of like, my eyes are starting to wonder now because I don't have nobody helping me keep my focus. You know what I mean?
Oh, they ain't getting tuned up on a regular basis no more.
So if the guy ain't, he ain't talking to her like he used to, calling like he used to, returning the call. Then so she got her needs as well, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
maybe
he
he's
obviously
decided to
got
do something
else got his attention.
There you go.
Sure.
Huh?
Something else must have his attention for him to not be making that a priority anymore.
But he made it clear that it's not a woman, it's no other woman. It's just that he's just been busy.
Ain't no man that busy or woman that busy where you just drop the ball with giving the person that matters to you some type of communication and time. It ain't that much busy in the dang gone world.
That's
okay?
Right.
Everybody has a life and a schedule and got things that they got to do and want to do, but you're never that busy for those who matter. Now, if your schedule has changed with work, or you got some other obligations with business going on or whatever, and your time is a little bit more limited, you communicate that and you make adjustments around that. Even if you ask that person to come and have lunch with you during your working days, or on your day off, you get 1 or 2 days off, and maybe half of one of them days or one of them days you spend with them, and the other day you rest up. There is things you can do when a person really matters. And that, far as I'm concerned, you don't have a relationship, you have a situationship. You may have had a relationship prior to this shift, but something else has gotten their attention. And no, most are not going to come out and tell you, oh yeah, by the way, I kind of like Susie J. I like her little wiggle with the trunk and the junk in the trunk, or whatever y'all say. And I like her conversation. And I just can't flip over and talk to you as much because I'm trying to pursue her a little bit and get to know her. You think he's going to say that?
Or he might just be saying that I'm busy. I'm really busy concentrating on what I'm doing right now.
Ain't nobody that busy in the world where you got to lay your mate down and not even get back to them when they reaching out to you.
If you're trying to create something that's positive and your mate is very negative, you might have to lay your mate down.
I don't think the mate, in this regard, the mate is not being negative. The mate is trying to reach out, according to what Tim is saying. They're trying to reach out to this person to calling them, spending that time together, all that, trying to be in it. They not doing nothing, coming at them in no negative way, because they could turn the cheek and go on and holler at some of them other Tyrone that's trying to holler at them and say, you know what, you ain't got time for me, somebody else do, and it'll be just like that. But that's not a relationship. That ain't
how that works. Yeah, that's not
how that's a situationship. You get together on his time frame. It ain't got nothing to do with your time frame. You get together on his time frame. You get together and you clap. You may go out to have something to eat. You may see a movie or something, and then he'll see you next month. And he may return your calls 3-4 times. You call him, and he may return it on the 5th day. He may, and then he's gonna tell you how busy he was. But everybody under the sun got a phone. Everybody is texting. Everybody is checking emails, going on social media. Everybody is TikToking. Everybody is hitchhiking, whatever you want to call it. They're doing it. Okay. So you mean to tell me you can pick up your phone, you can do all that, but you can't return a text back when you look on here and see that your boo didn't hit you and say, hey, babe, he's thinking about you. What's going on? You good? Even when you go use the bathroom and sitting on the toilet, and you know how you concentrate and focus on the toilet. You mean to tell me with your phone in the bathroom on the toilet, you can't hit a text in between a strain?
Because they're not interested anymore. You
that
just
means that that's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody that busy in the world. You got some other focus going on with your little bit of free time you do have. You got some focus going on, and you can't find a way to balance it because you already know that you already know that the new focus is going
FBI. They undercover.
They're going to demand more. They're going to want you to show them how interested you are. They're going to want you to be getting back with them. They're going to want you to be calling them. They're going to want to go on dates.
The guy's in the CIA. He in the CIA. He in the Secret Service. He in the CIA.
He in the Secret Service of acting a nut. That's what he doing. Hello.
He's in the FBI. He's undercover. He can't.
Anyway, Tim, you hear what a girl's saying. And that's how it is. You ain't that busy in the world. And you ain't in no relationship. So the person who is trying to say a relationship status on that needs to say situationship, because that's what it is. And they need to find them some situation doing some other stuff. And I rest assure you, once they turn the cheek and stop asking them for time, stop texting, stop calling as much as they doing, that person is going to come running right after them, stiffen up their tail. Because they wondering, they sitting back like, they looking at their phone in the barbershop, or while they riding in the car, or when they with their boo, with their friend, they do whatever. They looking and they say, oh yeah, check this out. Ha ha ha. Yeah, she hit me again. And then the friend going to say, well, man, you want to go on. Why don't you go on and hit her back? Nah, man, I'll get back with her. She gonna call me back. I'll get back with her. Then about an hour later, she called again. Ha ha ha, man, check this out. Didn't I tell you she was gonna hit man, look, man. And then they up there making jokes because he's saying, man, what have you done to that woman? Her nose is wide, man. So the more she's hitting them, the more she's chasing them, the more she's putting it out there like that, the more he's going to fall back with it. Because why? He has the control. He has the control.
You're going too far, Donna.
I'm going far. I'm going as far as it needs to go.
No, it don't. It don't need to go that far.
He has the control, so he's going to fall back, and he's going to let her keep doing, girl. Let me tell you, girl, chill out. Chill out. He got some other focus. Let him chase you. Men are hunters, pursuers, and if they interested, baby, you ain't gonna have to question nothing.
I told you he in the CIA.
Let him do the one. Let him come to you. You fall back.
He in the SWAT. He in the SWAT team.
Yeah.
He a SWAT team. He in the fire department. He on duty.
And I ain't trying to diss on nobody because I don't know the people. I don't know the situation. I'm talking in general. Let this be known and clear. I'm talking in general. John posed a situation. Tim posed a situation. I'm just talking in general. We have a lot of, especially our women who go through situations like this. I'm not going to say all men do it because there's women who do it too, but it's a lot of women who are going through that and they're getting ghost lightweight. And they're being put in a certain category that is just a situationship. And these women are thinking we have a relationship, and you don't. You never have to question if you have a relationship. You never have to question if someone loves you. If they love you, you know it. If you are priority, you know it. Period. Hello. How y'all doing? So anyway, this is what we do every Sunday, you guys, on the Donna Smith Show, Grown Folk Table Talk. My lovely panel today. Everybody kind of got stuff going on, but I do appreciate all of you being present. If it's not anything else that you guys want to bring to the table and say, then we can go on and try to just shut it down. Everybody good?
I kind of said the same thing you were saying as my advice, brother. You know,
okay.
That's not what it is then, or what have you. So, yeah. So, okay.
That's it. And I wish them the best, and anybody else who's going through, you know, life is what it is. It is not discrediting you as a woman or you as a man. It's just some people are into game playing and taking advantage of situations. And it's only until you get your power back. And I'm not saying be in a war zone, but you have to obtain your power back and feel good about you to be able to say, look, enough is enough. I'm not your little kick it. I'm not your little, we spend time when you want to. I'm not your little go-to when you're not doing other things with somebody else. No, I'm the prize. And I deserve for you to come at me and give me the same that I come at you and give you. I'm not going to be chasing you around the mulberry bush and you call me when you want to. I don't know if you dead. I don't know if you in the hospital. I don't know if you sick. I don't know what's going on with you. But I got to wait 3, 4, 5 days before you return a text. Boy, bye. Bye-bye. See you. Okay, grown folks, see y'all next week. We here every Sunday. This is what we do, Grown Folk Table Talk on the Real. And I want to thank some of our guests that were chiming in. And Jimmy, that's his name, Jimmy, right? Jimmy, I want to thank you. Jimmy, thank you so much. And you guys chime in sometime. Like I said, I'm on YouTube.
They're going to have the link.
Donna Smith, aka Lady D. I'm on the Zoom every Sunday. Also on YouTube. Friend me, subscribe. I do videos during the week about real life stuff. Email me too. Let me know if it's something you want to talk about. Inquiring minds want to know. Nobody needs to know it was you, but I'll bring it to the table. Yes, I will. You guys have a great day. See you next week, okay?